Hello and welcome to the introduction section. In this section, we've included some key elements which will help build a strong foundation for you. We'll begin with what is quality and what are some of the ways to assess quality. It'll help you get a perspective on identifying the right problem areas for your projects. And then we'll touch upon lean principles and introduce VMAC methodology of Six Sigma. All this content, like I said, will serve a strong foundation for you, and then we'll get to the real action. So let's get started. Let's start with understanding what is quality. Quality has become the most important factor based on which a customer makes a selection amongst competing products and services. Of course, you would choose that given product or service which is giving you a better quality. Business success and growth to me is mainly dependent on our capability to understand quality and ways to improve quality. Quality gurus and scholars have defined quality in many ways. Here are some of the important definitions of quality. We've looked at some important definitions of quality. There is an important aspect of quality which Professor Peter F. Drucker, the founder of modern management, explains in his definition. According to Professor Drucker, quality in a product or service is not what the supplier puts in. It is what the customer gets out and is willing to pay for. His definition explains that quality is subjective to what the customer feels about the product and is even ready to spend money for it. In other words, regardless of what features are included by the supplier, quality will be defined by the customer basis their likings. Customer is obviously the king, and we must consider how the customer defines quality. This is how it goes. A business organization produces goods and services to meet the customer's needs. Customers in turn will perceive that certain companies produce better quality products and then they buy things accordingly. Similarly, in our example, the quality of these videos will actually be defined by you. While trust me, we're putting all our efforts to make these videos interactive and informative for you. The quality of a product can be labeled and assessed in multiple ways, and often it's important for us to differentiate these different dimensions of quality. Professor David Garvin provides an excellent discussion on these 8 components or dimensions of quality. The first one is performance. Will the product do its intended job? Like if you're going to buy a phone, will it allow you to make phone calls? The second factor is reliability. How often does the product fail, or how often does it fail to do its intended job? Next comes durability. How often the product lasts. It could be the overall life of the product, or say the battery life of the phone. Fourth factor is serviceability. How easy it is to repair this product. Next comes aesthetics. It's the visual appeal of the product. How does the product look like? Sixth factor is features. What does the product do? What all features does it have? Next factor is perceived quality. What is the reputation of the company or its product in the market? Eighth factor is conformance to standards. Is the product made exactly as the designer intended? Now that you understand what is quality and what are some of the ways to assess quality, let's dive in to understand what is Lean Six Sigma and Lean Six Sigma. Lean is a systematic method of waste reduction. Waste reduction is the key word here. While it's also known as lean manufacturing, lean production and all, but we'll keep it to lean as it works well with Lean Six Sigma. Toyota is credited with creating the concept of lean under their Toyota production system. The 5 lean principles are: identify value. This is pretty simple. Define what is value for the customer, and it's important for us to understand what is value for the customer. Second principle is map the value stream. Once we've done the value identification, next step is to draw a process and identify the process steps from start to end. In the value stream mapping, we identify which all steps are adding value and which all of them are non-value adding activities. The third principle is create flow. Creating flow is an important element in production system so that there is no interruptions or delays. Creating flow is all about ensuring that the next production process takes over once the previous process step is complete. Fourth principle is establish pull. A pull approach states that we do not make anything until the customer orders it. With improved flow, time to make the product available to the customer can be dramatically improved. This makes it much easier to deliver products as needed. Fifth and most important principle to me is seek perfection or continuous improvement. It is important to remember that lean is not a static system and it requires constant effort and vigilance to sustain and improve results. Six Sigma is a set of tools and techniques for process improvement. It was introduced by engineers while working at Motorola in 1986. Six Sigma, like I mentioned in my previous video, is the most effective data-driven problem-solving methodology for all business processes. It's important to remember that a process that produces less than 3.4 defects in a million opportunities is considered to be performing at a Six Sigma levels. Let's understand the DMAIC cycle now. Six Sigma, like I said, is a structured and disciplined process which is designed to deliver perfect products and services on a consistent basis. DMAIC is the most widely adopted and recognized Six Sigma methodology, where D stands for define. In the define phase, we make sure that problem is identified and we have all approvals from leadership teams. M stands for measure. Here we ensure that we are correctly quantifying the problem. A stands for analyze. As the name suggests, here we analyze the problem. Improve is the phase where we actually bring in the improvements by creating some action plans and driving the improvement. Control is all that we've done in the first 4 phases and the improvements that we've brought in. We try and sustain those results. The Six Sigma methodology is often combined in practice with lean methods, and as a fusion, it is called as Lean Six Sigma. Now let's understand calculating the Six Sigma quality. The Sigma scale is a universal measure on how well a critical characteristic performs compared to its requirements. The higher the Sigma score, the capable the process or the characteristic. This table will help you understand the Sigma scale. If a machine is producing 31% defective parts, we can say that this process or this machine is operating at a 2 Sigma level. Similarly, if the process operates at 99.97% success rate, we call it to be operating at 5 Sigma level. There is an interesting comparison and discussion which leads to a question that is 99% good enough. Another example to understand this, if there is a machine which produces 1 million products every day at 99% success rate, considering that if each product is costing $100, you're losing $1 million every day. I think it's worth investing time and effort to improve the Sigma scale and get it to the Six Sigma levels. Now this is the core of Six Sigma, which is one simple equation. This equation is read as y is the function of x. Here y is the outcome, and you would hear some professionals say, what is the project y? What is y? X here represents the inputs, factors which are required to create the outcome. Do remember, there could be multiple x's. And we as Six Sigma professionals usually find the critical x's that are contributing to y. F, of course, here is the function, the way or the process or the processes which are transforming the x's to y, inputs to output. Generally, you would get problem statements from the leaders and would need to convert that to a measurable metric. An example could be, let's say a leader comes to you and says that my customers are not happy. This means that the customer satisfaction score needs improvement. Thus, it becomes a project Y. There will be factors which are leading to customer dissatisfaction, and those factors are X. It could be delayed delivery, product quality not up to the mark, design not impressive, etc. etc. This is also stated as cause and effect relationship metric. Understanding of the root causes of an output effect is what this simple equation suggests. Do not try and focus on superficially working on Y. Identify the root causes behind that given problem, which is our X's, and focus on the X. If I want to improve the subscribers of this channel, which is my Y, I would want to focus on the number of views that I get. In order for us to improve the number of subscribers to this channel, we would need to improve the quality of these videos. We would want to make sure that we have more impressions that are coming into these videos. you want to add the right tags and the keywords that people are able to search these videos. There could be multiple other independent factors that will eventually influence my number of subscribers. So I hope you understand that one simple equation is very, very fundamental in terms of Lean Six Sigma. And please remember, Six Sigma suggests that Y is the function of X. In the Six Sigma journey as well, we do not work on Y. We always focus on the X's that are independent and that are causing our Y to get influenced. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you once again.